Aloha and welcome back to Kauai Farmacy Gardens. I'm Genna and this is part 2 of our Comfrey Cast video series. For those of you who have watched the first part of the video, you will have learned a little bit about the comfrey plant, mending broken bones, helping heal sprains and fractures. This is our friend Jamie, and Jamie called us the other day and told us that she dislocated her shoulder. So Jamie, what happened exactly?
Well, this is my third shoulder dislocation. I was being massaged on a soft cushion. At the end of the massage, my back was pushed, the shoulder popped out. This time, when the adrenaline hit, I just rolled over, used my body weight, and I popped it back in. So here I am with you because I want to avoid surgery. I'm meeting with an orthopedic doctor, and I know that there are ways that I can mend myself, and I saw your videos for the Kauai Farmacy, and I came to Genna and Doug.
Here we have the comfrey root, the leaf, and this is our comfrey cast right out of the solar dehydrator. We need to hydrate, and so we have we're already starting that process before this shot here, and Jamie's drinking some fresh cocoa water, which is packed with electrolytes and really super hydrating. If you don't have access to coconut water, just up your intake of water before you apply your comfrey cast. And we're going to get started on. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. It's pretty neat. So the comfrey cast powder is a very fine powder, and what we're going to do is we're going to take whatever you put in your mixing bowl, you want to put this equal part of water. And I'm going to eyeball this. I've done a lot of these. You'll get better and better with each treatment. You're going to equally add the water. Try to use a good water source. We use the Kauai spring water here. Try to use whatever water you have that's available. Nice filtered water. And we're going to mix this up into a gel-like texture. And that's the goal here. And you keep mixing it, and that sand color is going to turn to a darker brown. And when it's fully mixed together, it will start to set. And that setting happens very quickly. So, as soon as it turns to this nice gel is when you want to apply it to the affected area or the injury. I'm going to demonstrate how I would apply this. If you need to add more water, sometimes that's the case. You just go ahead and you'll know when it's in that little gel state. Okay. You want to apply this immediately after. Timing is definitely of the essence because you don't want it to set before it hits your injury, because that's where the magic happens. Okay, all right. So now here we are, and you'll see it's kind of like getting like that gel where it doesn't quite flow from the spoon.
Mushy.
Yeah. And this is when we're going to start to apply. It is messy. I do not recommend doing this on fine linens, wearing white. It's wet, and it doesn't necessarily feel, well, you know what, Jamie? How does it feel?
It feels luxurious, actually.
Okay,
it's
so
wonderful.
Typically what you want to do is you want to get this on your injury immediately after you injure it. Now, this also does work on old nagging injuries, so don't be alarmed if you had something happen to you 20 years ago and now you want to address it. This is really potent medicine, so it can still work for those injuries. I've had a guy come to me, I worked his Achilles heel with this. It worked like wonders. This is a guy that was an athlete and had numerous injuries, put him out of commission, and we use this, and he's back in action. So what you want to do is you want to put on maybe a about a 1/16 to a 1/8 inch for depending on what your injury is, thickness. Now this is going to act and behave like a second skin. So what you need to do, and this is hard for us because we like to move around, is you want to give it the proper timing to set and cure. So if you move around a lot, or if your injury is in a joint, a movable joint location, what will happen is it will crackle. And that's okay. It's not at the end of the world. This is not perfect, and you'll get better with it each time. But the key is to set aside time for this. This is like the most important thing that you can do, is not rush through this. Healing takes time. Make sure you're well rested, that you have proper hydration, and that you're eating nourishing foods. Those are all going to help with this healing process. Okay, so what's going to happen now that I've applied?
You can even go a little higher.
Yeah, I'm going to go, it's going to go all the way up your neck, really, is where it's, and nothing's linear. I was telling Jamie this earlier off camera, you know, really be mindful. A lot of injuries happen because we're not conscious about what we're doing when we're doing it. So the same goes when you have an injury or you have something that is debilitating you in the moment, you end up overcompensating for that with other body parts, and then in turn doing damage to those parts as well. So even though you can lift things with your other hand, and you know, you can do all the things that you normally do with two hands with one, be mindful that that is also adding extra stress to your other,
that is so true, other
parts of your body. So nothing is linear, everything's relative. And I think we have ourselves,
that's where I was feeling the pain and
our first application.
Tension.
Now, this is something that will happen over the next 20, 30 minutes, where it will set. And the reason I say 20, 30 minutes, it might even be more, because I did go a little thicker on this application. If you're doing this for like carpal tunnel or arthritis or something that's like a nagging condition or something chronic pain that you work, lower back pain, you can go with a much thinner application and it will end up curing in a shorter amount of time. When this cures, what's going to happen is it's going to turn into a fruit leather-like consistency. Okay. Then it'll be dry and you can go about and do stuff, but like I said, if you move it a lot, it's going to crackle, and you want to keep it on for as long as possible. Okay. You could probably keep this on, you know, for anywhere from like an entire day, overnight, to 2 weeks, depending on where injury is. I've had people come to me and I've had them, their toe is a very hard one for people to keep on for a long amount of time, but a broken skull, you could keep that on for 2+ weeks, and that's happened too. So really important to just know that you need to rest, proper hydration, and keep the cast on for as long as possible. And what is going to happen is it's going to eventually look like this. I did a little test spot on me because we can do the time lapse if we wanted to, and maybe we'll still shoot that later. Yeah. But I did a little test spot here just so that you can get a look of what that's going to look like. So it's going to harden. It went from that sand color to that chocolate brownie color to a more darker, deeper brown. And this is when it's hard. It's like a fruit leather. And when you're done, okay, a couple things are going to happen. It's going to either crackle dry off, or you could peel it off, just like that, and it becomes like a whole piece of fruit leather, kind of. And that's it. If it's in a place that you're having a difficult time reaching, or it's hard to get it off, warm water in a shower or a bath, and a towel, and just keep massaging it, and it will ultimately dissolve just like a fruit leather dissolves. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, like or share, and give us your feedback. We're most welcoming of that as well. So thank you so much, and aloha.